Hello students, welcome to maths lecture. Last week we have started our new chapter number 14, banks and simple interest. In that we have learned about bank, what is a bank, then what all transactions takes place in a bank. Then we saw different types of accounts, okay. Then also we have seen about principal amount, then interest, rate of interest, then also how to calculate the simple interest. All these things we have seen in the last lecture. Okay, so today before starting our problem set, first we will start our solved examples. Okay, so first we will see today the solved examples given on page number 76, and in the next lecture we will see the practice set number 35. Okay, so let us read question number 1, that is example number 1. Vinita deposited rupees 15,000 in a bank for 1 year at an interest rate of 7% per annum, that is 7 PCPA. How much interest will she get at the end of the year? Okay, now what they have given, Vinita deposited rupees 15,000 in her bank. Okay, deposited means she kept rupees 15,000 in her bank. Okay, for 1 year. Now here rupees 15,000 is the amount which she has deposited in the bank. Okay, so this 15,000 is nothing but the principal amount. Okay, we have seen in the last lecture that the principal amount is the actual amount which we deposit in the bank or we borrow from the bank as a loan. So now in this question she has deposited this 15,000 in her bank. So this 15,000 is a principal. Okay, principal amount. So principal, that is P, rupees 15,000. Okay, so rupees 15,000 is her principal amount. Okay, then she deposited this 15,000 for the period of 1 year. Okay, period of 1 year. Now the time T is equal to 1 year. Okay, at an interest rate of 7% per annum, means here the rate of interest, that is R, is 7 PCPA, that is 7% per annum. Okay, this interest rate is for 1 year, for annual basis. Okay, that is why it is called as percent per annum. Okay, now we have to calculate that how much interest will she get at the end of the year. We have to calculate the amount of interest which she will get after 1 year. Okay, so interest I. Okay, we have to find out the amount of interest. So we have learned the formula for finding the interest, that is I is equal to P R T upon 100, where P is equal to principal, R is equal to rate of interest, and T is equal to time, and the whole is divided by 100. Why? Because interest is always interest is always received, interest rate is also is always applicable against every 100 rupees. Okay, that is why we have to divide the whole by 100. Okay, so principal 15,000 multiplied by rate of interest 7 multiplied by time, which is 1 year, the whole divided by 100. 0 0 cut. So 150 into 7, 0, 35, 3 carry, 7 on the 7 plus 3, 10. So the interest amount is 1,050 rupees. Okay, understood? So therefore the interest, the amount of interest which Vinita will receive is rupees 1050. Okay, understood? Okay, we should just understand that which is principal amount, which is rate of interest. Okay, otherwise the sums are very easy. This topic is very simple topic. Now the next one. Second one. Vilasrao borrowed rupees 20,000 from a bank at a rate of 8% per annum, which is the amount he will return to the bank at the end. Sorry, what is the amount he will return to the bank at the end of the year? Okay, so here in this question, see, in the previous question, Vinita deposited rupees 15,000. Now here in this question, Vilasrao borrowed 20,000. Okay, he borrowed 20,000 from a bank. Okay, so here principal amount is 20,000. Okay, that is P is equal to 20,000. Okay, at a rate of 8% per annum, means our rate of interest is rate of interest is 8% per annum, 8 PCPA. Okay, what is the amount he will return to the bank at the end of the year? Now here we have to assume that the time taken is 1 year. Okay, because the rate of interest is for annual basis. Okay, is measured on annual basis. Okay, that is why PCPA, percent per annum. So we have to assume here time as 1 year. Okay, and they have itself given in the question that what is the amount he will receive, he will return to the bank at the end of the year. At the end of the year means we have to take here the time as 1 year. Okay, now first we have to find out the total amount which he should return to the bank. Okay, understood? So first we have to calculate the interest. Why? Because when we borrow some money from the bank, we have to return that money along with the interest. Okay, similarly, if we deposit money in the bank, we will receive that money along with the interest from the bank. Okay, so here first we have to find out the interest amount. So interest I is equal to PRT upon 100, where P is equal to principal, R is equal to rate of interest, T is equal to time. So P 20,000 multiplied by R, rate of interest 8 multiplied by 1 upon 100. Sorry. So 0, 0 gone. 200 into 8. Rupees 1,600. Okay. So interest is, he has to pay the interest against this 20,000 as rupees 1,600. Okay, now we have to find out the total amount that he should return to the bank. So therefore, total amount he has to return is the 20,000 which he has borrowed from the bank. So 20,000 plus this interest amount 1,600, that is 21,600. So rupees 21,600 is the total amount which Vilasrao should return to the bank at the end of the year after 1 year. Okay, understood? So today we have seen the two solved examples given on page number 76. In the next lecture we will start our practice set 35. Okay, in the next lecture we will complete our lesson number 14. Okay, so your today's homework, you have to practice this two solved examples in your maths notebook. Okay, we will meet in the next lecture with practice set 35. Till that, stay safe, stay healthy and take care. Thank you.